Your miracle has finally arrived according to God. However, your guardian is preventing you from disregarding this message at all costs. If you skip this stage, you will weep all night long. My dear, the atmosphere around you has changed. It is likely that heaven has already heard your name today, even if you are unaware of it. An archangel, Michael, who appears exceptionally close to you, has a message for you that you should not ignore. This is not an amusing incident. This is not your ordinary video. Today is a heavenly interruption in your history that serves as a warning, revelation, and miracle all at once. It is unacceptable for you to pass up paradise. You have finally obtained something for which you had been praying, weeping, and yearning in silence. However, the next phase is one that your spirit did not expect. Your miracle has arrived. However, your guardian deity is preventing you from disregarding this message. For what reason? Because if you fail to observe the information that is currently being disclosed, you will be unable to obtain the necessary lucidity in the upcoming days, and the burden of that confusion will cause you to weep without justification. When lights are turned on, Archangel Michael keeps you from tripping in the dark. Pay close attention. Heaven occasionally provides a modest opportunity for divine intervention. This is one of those days. A spiritual gate is opening, but not all people are capable of passing through. However, you, child of light, were chosen to hear this before your life is transformed. A huge force is influencing your living situation, relationships, finances, and internal difficulties. It is basic to understand. Your miracle awaits you just beyond your front door. However, you must be aware of its nature before purchasing it. You may believe that you inadvertently scrolled. However, your deity forbade you from advancing. Spiritual events in your surroundings should not be ignored. Therefore, Archangel Michael stood in the way of the subsequent video. Consider receiving a message from the sky with your name in celestial ink. That is the essence of the current moment. Additionally, neglecting this step will result in the loss of the revelation that safeguards the miracle that was bestowed upon you. Nobody would punish you for the misery you will feel tonight. They would be as distressed as a soul who had almost accomplished everything, but failed to follow the final directive. This is the message I want to communicate. A spiritual struggle has been raging in your proximity. You felt weight while sleeping, dreaming, waking up, and amid abrupt bouts of worry. It was not an accident. In exchange for something that belongs to you, Archangel Michael has been engaged in combat. Even before today, the opposition tried to seize something. However, the time has come for the conflict to undergo metamorphosis. Your marvel has persevered through the most challenging moments. However, the next passage is the part that heaven wants you to understand. A marvel that is oblivious of its presence may be abused, mismanaged, or misconstrued. Your angel is also sure that you are completely aware of the benediction before entering it. It's been on your mind. When will my enlightenment happen? You inquired in a murmur. Why is it taking so long? However, you missed to see the full resistance that was marching on it. Spirits of delay, perplexity, distraction, and emotional sabotage have obstructed your progress. However, Archangel Michael has begun eliminating them. He was watching over your fate whenever you felt like giving up or were on the verge of going bankrupt. According to the sky, the miraculous has arrived. However, you must not neglect the message that guarantees its security. This is the reason you feel the need to continue listening. This is why your soul feels instantly aware and almost alive, because you understand that this message is not enjoyable. This is divine timing, as God does not squander time. Today is an important day that will have a long-term impact on your life for the following 40 days. The ease with which you obtain your miracle will be determined by your actions regarding this revelation. Please come to this spot, and I will communicate with your spirit. Your fate is now linked to a person who will be identified. A secret information will be revealed. The weight you've been carrying all by yourself will eventually fall off, like a stuck door that suddenly opens. Archangel Michael is currently in the process of purifying the energy surrounding your residence, disclosing the intentions of certain individuals, and urgently presenting your name before God's throne. It is not a coincidence that you are viewing it. You're prepared. Before I wrap up this message, I'd like to make one more point. This miracle will not be given to you. It came from you. Your narrative will undergo modifications. Your book is on the verge of a metamorphosis. Every seed you sow grows into oil for your future, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Believe in God, and as you do, you will witness Him multiply the possessions you relinquish. Before we begin with this revelation, I'd like you to make a simple yet powerful remark that will awaken your spirit. Signify your agreement with heaven by adding Amen in the comments area below. It is critical that you decide to align your voice with the message that God is sending to you about your existence. This should not be seen as an afterthought. You are not merely submitting a comment when you type it. You are enshrining this moment in spiritual reality. You are consenting to the forthcoming transformation. You are alerting heaven that it is permissible to act on your behalf. Right now, write it down and feel a sense of approval in your spirit. This moment is unlike any other. It is prophetic in nature, and you will be glad you persisted. Please let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Blessing code 144 has been released. My radiant soul, there is movement in the unseen domain. As you continue to listen, the curtain eventually lifts. Archangel Michael remains at your side. In fact, he has come even closer. His wings guard the atmosphere, as the information that will be communicated must be spiritually steady, clear, and secure. Today's vibration, frequency, or heavenly pulsation is distinct from those of the past. It is more than just a day on the calendar. It is a milestone in your journey. It is a spiritual marker, and Paradise is ensuring that you comprehend it completely prior to entering it. Some of you may have recently noticed tiny cues, instances when you assumed someone was watching you, but despite the turmoil, you felt calm. Your instincts were occasionally stronger than your reasoning. These emotions were beyond the scope of possibility. These were signs or affirmations that Archangel Michael was preparing your spirit for the revelation. Your miracle did not occur spontaneously. It has been gently approaching you, directed by divine orchestration, protected from interruption, and exactly timed to arrive at the best time for your spiritual development. However, you must be aware of a key fact. Every miracle is accompanied by a set of instructions. Your guardian angel will guarantee that you do not pass up this opportunity. You are about to enter a new phase, one that will provide you with clarity. You continued to walk for an extended period of time with a hazy vision. There were several sources of distraction. Numerous delays have occurred. The emotional anguish endured. However, you were not aware of this. These were not signs of failure. These were the enemy's final attempts to deplete you before the breakthrough. So you're still standing, listening, and falling to the allure of Paradise. This alone demonstrates that your marvel will transpire. Are you willing to observe the truth? Archangel Michael desires that you carry out this deed. Despite the fact that you experienced feelings of isolation, you were never truly alone. Despite the fact that you thought no one recognized you, your name has been heard in spiritual places where issues are resolved before they materialize in the physical realm. Each time you sobbed at night, felt vulnerable, or asked God for help, the divine protection that enveloped you was strengthened. You are unaware of the amount of assaults that were avoided for you but were not visible to you. And now, heaven is demonstrating why you were obliged to go through such long preparation. Someone, something, or a pattern in your life is about to be revealed to you, not in order to cause you harm, but to ensure your safety. Something that was supposed to remain hidden from you gets disclosed today. Your guardian angel has been keeping close watch over your heart, because the truth you are about to witness could have caused you to break months ago. However, you are now able to handle the situation. You've reached a certain level of spiritual growth. You are now enough attuned with heaven to handle the revelation without losing consciousness. This revelation is entirely associated with your miracle. You weren't obliged to wait because God had forgotten about you. The truth had to be exposed first, causing a delay. When a benediction is given in an improper situation, it can become burdensome. Archangel Michael has been removing the atmosphere from your life in order to ensure that your miracle lands safely in your possession. Exercise caution in the coming hours. Exercise caution in the following days. You will notice differences in how people communicate and react, as well as the acquisition of new information. Additionally, you may come to internal realizations that were previously unobservable. These are not random events. These things function as confirmations. You will no longer be comfortable with a situation that you previously tolerated. An individual you formerly trusted will appear distant. A location that was previously enjoyable will no longer be tranquil. And suddenly, something you thought was your destiny will no longer have a place in your heart. This is known as alignment. All of this is preparation. Your marvel is causing everything in your vicinity to sway. You may be curious why your guardian deity wants you to hear this. What is the status with Archangel Michael? What is the rationale for heaven's urgency in sending this message at this time? Miracles occur in silence, whereas instructions cause a deafening explosion. Your miracle has already transpired. However, your preparation must be equivalent to it. Assume you're at the door when your blessing arrives. However, you are not paying attention because of a hectic schedule, stress, or distractions. The door would not be opened, but the miracle could be heard. This message from heaven instructs you to direct your attention to the sound of the tap in order to avoid overlooking what is yours. You are also undergoing a healing procedure. The severity of past injuries is decreasing. There are substantially less outdated fears in the present. Old emotional prisons are starting to show cracks. Last season's emotions infused new life into the story. God will not allow you to enter the damaged parts of your tale because they are inappropriate for the present day. The person who diminishes you emotionally, spiritually, or mentally has been isolated from you by Archangel Michael. Heaven is bringing about your miracle, and there is plenty of room for it. Your spirit is currently connecting with divine timing as you listen. Alternatively, you may have a sudden awareness of your emotions, moments of resonance, or goosebumps. Don't ignore your emotions. These are confirmations that you are safe, because your guardian angel is with you and will lead you step by step to the area where your miracle awaits. Resist the impulse to move, as the next occurrence will infiltrate your soul more deeply. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this endeavor is not a hoax. It's a heavenly omen. Approach this situation with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. Please take a moment to allow this truth to infiltrate your heart. These words will arouse a place in your heart that has been waiting to be awakened. If you feel that something is changing within you, I encourage you to make a declaration. Please provide the following terms in the comment section below. This clarity is what I get. There should be more than just words on the screen. It should be a declaration that your heart and spirit are open and that you invite your miracle to come true. It's crucial to remember that heaven hears every voice of agreement as you type. Confirm the agreement promptly by writing it down. You will now comprehend the reason why today is distinct from any other day and why paradise is urgently calling your name. Please take a moment to let these words to properly infiltrate your thoughts before continuing. Your emotions should be open to the upcoming occurrences, since they are even more powerful. The subsequent message will prepare you for the eventuality of change. Please wait a moment. You will feel uneasy about the events that are about to occur. If this elicits a response from you, I will walk lightly in the comments section. The benediction code 229 has been released. My chosen heart, I wish for you to witness the transformation that is taking place in the world around you as you walk this sacred path. Something is in motion in the preternatural realm with an unstoppable force. Archangel Michael stands before you, holding a sword of light that pierces through the confusion that had obscured your eyesight. This is the next phase of the revelation for today. This moment is not only prophetic, but it is also personal for me. You were summoned to this message because your destiny necessitates clarity before your marvel can be fully realized. It is impossible that you are currently experiencing this emotion. It is the convergence of your psyche with your body. There is a valid reason why you have not yet clicked away. Your guardian angel stood in front of your spirit and directed it not to leave this message. What is the reason for its intensity? What is the urgency? Your upcoming breakthrough is not insignificant. It is not comparable to it. It is not related to seasonal or generational concerns. Heaven will not allow you to pass by an object with such great weight without understanding the message it teaches. God does not want you to carry past hurts, attachments, or falsehoods into a new blessing. Today is the moment of awakening, when the truth begins to dislodge all that has been lodged in your spirit for an extended period. Archangel Michael is revealing significant information. Your miracle was not postponed due to a lack of faith. It took longer than expected because of the misalignment in your environment. When they were in your presence, someone was not who they claimed to be. Something on which you relied was not as trustworthy as you had hoped. The subsequent phase of your existence was not intended to be in a location that you had confidence in. Your guardian angel has been subtly modifying your path by eliminating those who would try to hinder your blessing. Reduce the level of voices that were never meant to help you, and remove ties that would snap under the strain of your profession. It is possible that you experienced feelings of disorientation, confusion, or an abrupt sense of removal from certain individuals. However, heavenly protection seems to be a component. You are entering a phase in which discernment will serve as your crown. The mist is dispersing. Your uncertainty is beginning to dissipate, and your spirit is on the brink of visualizing something that was previously invisible. Today won't be a gentle entrance. It approaches you with the intensity of a trumpet, shaking your spiritual atmosphere and reminding you that nothing untrue should remain in your life. This is why your guardian deity has warned you not to dismiss this warning. Failure to adhere to the instructions may result in the entry of your marvel with the incorrect emotional state, expectations, or individuals. This could cause undue sorrow, the type that makes you cry in the middle of the night when no one is there. However, heaven will not allow you to cry tears that cannot be stopped. Archangel Michael is facilitating your direction in a manner that is more transparent than glass. To fully accept this miracle, you must be free of any prior difficulties. Now pay close attention. Someone in your life has been draining your vitality without your knowing. Their involvement in your fate had concluded. However, your heart was not aware of this. Today, they will express their true intentions through an action, a word, or a sudden change. Do not be concerned about the lowering of the veil. It is not designed to deplete your vitality. It is meant to release you. There is room for your blessing to expand. And God is making that space by disclosing what no longer belongs in the vicinity of your calling. Upon this realization, you will experience a sense of lightness. It will be reassuring to know that the weight that was not yours will eventually be lifted, allowing you to restore emotional fortitude. An extra feature is becoming clear. You have been concerned about embarking on a specific line of action. You have postponed making a decision, a vocation that you did not believe you were capable of fulfilling. However, heaven is confirming after confirmation that the change you are concerned about is truly the way to your miracle. Today, you will regain the guts you have lacked. Archangel Michael has been bolstering your courage by arousing your spiritual authority, sharpening your discernment, and strengthening your inner voice in the quiet. You are being taught how to enter the next part of your life with confidence, rather than fear or doubt. As the truth is revealed to you, you may experience abrupt emotional surges, moments of clarity, or an unusual sensation in your chest. This is the point at which your essence merges with that of heaven. This is your guardian angel who is removing the last residue of dread so that you can continue your miracle. Heaven is ensuring that nothing gets in the way of your divine appointment. Take a moment to gather your breath before continuing. Let your spirit be at ease in the knowledge that significant events are imminent, and your heart must be completely receptive to the revelation. Even more intense events are approaching. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this quest will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd want to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and witness what rewards God delivers into your life. Your voice is now very important in the spiritual sphere. Take a deep inhalation and press your fingers down on the keyboard. What you are currently typing is crucial. Write Amen again in the comment section below, but this time allow it to be spoken by an even larger number of people. What sound does your spirit make when it overcomes all of your uncertainties, apprehensions, and reservations? This is not a rerun. This is known as reinforcement. It is insufficient for you to approve the message. You are aligned with your own enlightenment. Type it now and experience the transformation as heaven responds to your declaration. As the succeeding curtain is lifted, your perception of the events around you will be altered. Trust in the present moment. To avoid missing another divine warning when heaven opens the next gate, stay in your current location. Please remember to like this message. Distribute it to someone who needs clarification. Please validate by adding a remark. Use your enthusiasm to promote this video and make sure you subscribe. Your involvement ensures that this message reaches a wider audience. It's likely that hearing it will be a miracle for them. I am open to the idea of revealing myself in the comments. Please do not hesitate to write. The benediction code 331 is currently being used. The day of your miracle is today, and this mission is the day of illumination for numerous souls who are anticipating a word that will help them emerge from the darkness. Individuals who are planting will leave doors open at unexpected hours. Heaven will recompense you for spreading the message. Have the bravery to release your seed into this moment. As you continue to progress in this divine unfolding, my awakened spirit, the air surrounding you, is becoming increasingly constrictive for a specific purpose. Archangel Michael is guaranteeing that nothing prevents the heavenly message from being delivered as promised for a long time. Something sacred is coming together. The message I am about to deliver is significant and is not intended for indifferent listeners. I want to make you aware of this. It is intended for those who have been chosen, whose spirits have overcome adversity, and whose souls have persevered in the face of situations that should have crushed them, but did not. Your guardian angel will ensure that you do not miss a syllable, as you are one of those souls. Many people are incapable of understanding spiritual truths. Miracles aren't loud. They don't have a party or trumpets. They enter your life in a subtle, almost silent manner, disguised as moments of clarity, unexpected serenity, courage, or change. Nonetheless, heaven always sends a portent before a miracle, not to scare you, but to prepare you. Today is the sacred warning day. Your marvel has already permeated the air you breathe. Archangel Michael is making sure that your heart, intellect, and eyes do not miss it. It's probable that you've been wondering what's causing your mood swings lately. You experience an hour of strength, followed by an abrupt sensation of weight. 1 minute your mood is upbeat, and the next you have an unexplainable sense of anxiety. This is not a state of instability. Currently, there is a spiritual transformation. The energies that were previously present in your environment are altered when a miracle enters your life. The power of old relationships weakens. Fears from the past are brought to light in order to be overcome. Old memories try to recover your attention. These are the final remnants of the season you have just exited, attempting to cling to you before you completely embrace the future that God has in store for you. Archangel Michael has been cutting these links one by one, so you won't be carrying anything from yesterday when the gate opens today. Now I'd want to share a more personal reality with you. Receiving your miracle is more than just a blessing. It is a shift in your way of walking, thinking, loving, making decisions, and seeing the world, as well as a change in identity. For months, if not years, you have reduced your size in order to withstand fights that were never meant to define you. You altered your expectations, reduced your standards, dimmed the light, and ceased speaking. They are tired, not vulnerable. Heaven announces that this is enough. Your spirit is reborn today with strength you were previously unaware of. Archangel Michael has been preparing your heart for this ascent by safeguarding your guardians, facilitating your progress, exposing concealed information, and constructing a new foundation for you to stand upon. The main theme of this season isn't survival. It is about the process of emergence, and your miracle is the key that opens the door to a new existence. Furthermore, a huge revelation is emerging. Someone in your area has been making you unhappy. It is not always essential to participate in negative action. Instead, it is possible to show a lack of support in a subtle way, be unexpected, or inconsistent. Heaven is communicating this information to you not to cause difficulty, but to provide you with strength. Due to loyalty requirements, your marvel cannot develop in places where it is not welcome. You're being transferred in a firm yet careful manner. Do not be apprehensive about the changes that will occur in your relationships today. This will allow your spirit to regain its oxygen. Certain relationships require reconsideration. Furthermore, your angel is putting light on a certain issue. You've retained an inordinate amount of uncertainty about your worth. You contemplated whether you are deserving of the favor that is currently being bestowed upon you. You convinced yourself that God may have overlooked you or that your destiny had been redirected too far to be corrected. In contrast, heaven declines. We shall never forget you. Each tear you shed was observed. Each silent supplication was acknowledged. When you felt alone, an angel was constantly by your side. Things that appeared trapped will now begin to move again. Calmness will become more common during this season. Currently, lucidity will not appear to be a transient phenomenon, and hope will not appear to be as fragile. The purpose was not to scare you, but to secure your safety by implying that you might ignore this notice. If you had forsaken this divine alignment, you would have proceeded directly to your miracle without understanding its spiritual significance. Ignorance may have caused confusion or bad emotions. Archangel Michael, on the other hand, wants you to receive this benediction with complete spiritual authority and understanding. It is probable that you are already aware of interior movement. You may feel warmth in your chest, tingling in your limbs, peace in your head, or even a sense of rising from inside. These emotions indicate that your spirit is comprehending the lesson. Now comprehend this. Heaven hopes that you understand this. When you click the like button on this video, you are doing more than just viewing the information. This leads in an inflow of God's favor into your life. Clicking the like button transmits a spiritual signal, indicating that you endorse the message being conveyed. The divine perceives your mutual commitment as an agreement. Agreements might also lead to new opportunities. As you view this video, envision the release of God's favor into your life, finances, and relationships. Consider how your faith in action may cause previously stagnated benefits to flow freely. Take direct action and witness the transformation as heaven reacts to your engagement. To prepare for the future, you are being reset, realigned, and relocated. For an extended period of time, you have assumed responsibility for numerous conflicts that were not your own. Heaven is currently alleviating your burden. Before this section concludes, there is one additional truth that you must be informed of. Your accomplishment benefits more than just you. Individuals who are in close proximity to you will be impacted. Your ascension will serve as motivation for someone who has lost hope. Following your breakthrough, there will be no more bonds in your bloodline. Your rise will influence the destiny of another person. This is the reason why the process has been so challenging. You are the channel for divine transformation. Prepare yourself. The following lesson will be much more direct, assisting you in recognizing the hidden patterns in your spiritual journey. Hold on. It is imperative that you hear it. In the remarks section, type, "My spirit is prepared." The benediction code 557 has been released. As you soar, the world around you changes as you move deeper into this divine unfolding. Your essence is being stirred, reawakened, and heightened. There has been no change in your distance from Archangel Michael. In actuality, he has become more personal with you as he watches your heart absorb each revelation. This moment is unlike any other. This message isn't meant to be amusing. Today is spiritually crucial in your life for a number of reasons, and you are being directed to understand them. Heaven desires for you to be prepared for the transition in the appropriate location, with a strong and alert state of mind. Currently, you may be experiencing an interior sensation such as anticipation or tension. Your soul already understands the facts that your mind is gradually receiving. You are on the verge of heavenly metamorphosis. What was formerly tough to understand is now becoming clear. Things that were previously burdensome are beginning to diminish in weight. In the unseen domain, what appears to be immobile is in fact beginning to move. Your miracle has arrived in your realm, and your guardian angel is assuring that it will not be thwarted by anything. Consequently, everything is happening. Be aware of this. Heaven releases a miracle, and the spiritual world reacts instantaneously. Energy shifts, hidden truths emerge, and people in your area begin to expose their true nature. Your guardian angel has been gently helping you to see things you had previously neglected, not to scare you, but to safeguard the safety of your blessings. A few people in your life have the capacity to ruin your miracle if they stay too close. This being the case, you have recently felt estranged from specific people, despite the absence of any conflicts. The process of separation has already commenced and is being orchestrated by God. Archangel Michael has been preparing your heart for an upcoming revelation. It will not come as a surprise to you. However, it will corroborate the information that your intuition has been providing. You were aware that something was wrong. You had the sense that the statements of another person were unreasonable. You discovered that an individual's vitality was inconsistent. Throughout your talk with them, you felt a faint sense of exhaustion. You tried to ignore it because you were loyal, adored, or simply used to it. However, people on the verge of ascension are unable to entertain fantasies of paradise. This day brings clarity, and clarity is occasionally the most stringent form of safety. However, don't be concerned about this truth. Your guardian angel is not telling anyone about you in order to punish you. He is permitting them to depart in order to liberate you. Without your permission, heaven has begun the process of enlarging the area in which your miracle can bloom. Your calling is too important to be hampered by people who are bewildered rather than motivated. Currently, another layer is forming, one that is more profound and intimate. Your new persona is starting to form. Not the public-facing identity, but the identity shaped by early memories, hidden anxieties, doubts, and unspoken hurts. You may have viewed yourself through the perspective of difficulty many years ago. You assumed identities that weren't your own. You agreed to follow the regulations established by others. You had expectations that you were hesitant to meet. You contemplated whether you were intended for more during the tranquil periods. However, your past served as an impediment. Heaven is permanently removing these labels. The suffering you are experiencing is not associated with your identity. Your future is not defined by past events. The person who has harmed you does not decide your value. Even if someone has passed away, you can still live your life. Spiritual restraints were limiting your confidence, potential, and truth. Archangel Michael has been breaking those shackles. You may experience emotional release, anguish, or the recollection of memories unexpectedly. This is not a regression. This is an act of deliverance. Your spirit is removing unneeded objects in preparation for the upcoming season. Today is more than just the day your miracle is fulfilled. This is the beginning of a new version of yourself, the person in whom you have trust. This is the you who is self-assured, sees clearly, and refuses to take half-hearted love, half-effort, or half-truths. You are being nurtured from within. Other material is now being offered to you. Your intuition is about to become significantly more potent. Things will start to seem right before they happen. You will be required to make particular decisions. You will be aware of the optimal time to advance or retreat. Archangel Michael is synchronizing the frequency of heaven with your internal compass. Your miracle does not appear spontaneously in your existence. It establishes the foundation for enduring clarity and divine guidance. You may notice that your emotions are heightened, your ideas are clearer, or your visions are more vivid. Please keep in mind these changes. They demonstrate that spiritual transfers are occurring. Your guardian angel is conversing with you in a gentle voice, preparing you for the significant revelations that are imminent today. Please pay special attention to this. You are not preparing for a fleeting benefit. Rather, you are preparing for a long-term breakthrough that will change the path of your life. There is a force that restores calm in the middle of chaos, compensates for the tiny sacrifices you have made, and brings a long and tragic story to a close. Your miracle is approaching. It is critical for paradise that you receive it with awareness, fortitude, and knowledge. Inhale deeply. Permit your spirit to absorb the information that was conveyed. Your assistance is more important than ever as we continue to explore deeper. I'd like you to express a strong sentiment at this point, to show that you're prepared. Please add this information to the remarks section. My miracle has arrived, and I am prepared. Make it distinct. Clarify the issue. Allow it to be the voice of your spirit that overcomes all uncertainty and delays. You're no longer hoping. You're asserting a claim. You no longer need to wait. You're receiving. Enter it instantly and see how heaven reacts to the veracity of your remarks. What follows will reveal an even deeper facet of this insight. Please wait a moment. If you ignore this, God will prevent you from receiving your miracle. Please hesitate from leaving, as you may miss a crucial message intended solely for you. This is not a joke, according to God. The primary concern is financial gain. Everything is being taken by 2 family members that you are aware of. Now please pay close attention. If the mere sight of these words makes your heart race and you suspect that this is not a random message, you must remain in this location. Please refrain from scrolling. Please refrain from turning off the device. You may miss the intended sight if you depart at this time. Money may not be the only thing that is at risk. It may be the miracle that was intended for you alone. Stay in this place. It is vital that you appreciate a critical issue. If you believe this message is for you, please leave a remark below. This is impossible. At present, the Lord desires that you remain attentive. Before it's too late, you should really open your eyes. This is a miraculous pause and wake-up call. I am abstaining from speaking with everyone. I am merely conversing with you. There is a secret operation happening. Despite the fact that you would never consider them to be bad guys, the adversary has been moving invisibly through individuals you trust the most. There are 2 people who are linked to you through blood and name. They are collaborating and are not interested in your satisfaction. They're progressively taking away the gift I gave you and the item for which you asked. They are going at a sluggish pace, but it is happening. You are aware of the emotions that this arouses, correct? Something didn't seem right. You have observed subtle changes, such as a peculiar sense of unease in your heart when specific individuals are present, frightening nightmares and abrupt changes in your financial situation. It was not merely a mental construct. Yes, that was your father sounding an alarm and whispering to you in the dark to guide your spirit to the truth. That is sufficient for the time being. I'm ensuring that my objectives are understood. This topic is not humorous. Money is the issue. 2 members of your family want to acquire everything. If this confirms your current emotions, please indicate by typing 11 in the comments section. My child, I saw what you didn't. I was able to hear the discussions without your presence. I observed as individuals relocated objects that were not theirs. I noticed that they smiled at you while secretly planning methods behind your back. However, I also observed your character. I observed your degree of conviction. I observed your confidence in me, even during challenging circumstances. That is why I am present at this time. For this reason, I am disclosing what was previously concealed. Your thoughts and the gifts I have bestowed upon you will not vanish without a sound. This device functions as your alarm clock. Not all people who appear to be family members are actually concerned for your well-being. Cain murdered his brother Abel out of rage. Joseph's siblings sold him into slavery. David was pursued by Saul, who had previously cherished him as a son. Abuse within families is not a new phenomenon. However, you are not completely alone. I have been present for the entire time. This adversary strategy will prove unsuccessful. Either you're not alone in this universe, you're not alone. The money is significant because it is not merely currency. It symbolizes the reward for your efforts, the response to your pleas, and the seed of faith you planted. You grieved about money. In order to advance, you observed a fast. You gave up stuff for those who now believe they are entitled to what I offered. However, they failed to address one essential issue. They failed to remember who provided it to you. It was not them. I was the one. Please do not take the stuff I have provided you without first receiving your consent and informing me. You've been suffering unexplained weariness, like if someone is stealing something from you. That is a conflict with the supernatural world. If the enemy can take from you without being discovered, they can easily beat you. However, I will stop immediately. I am disclosing it to the public. The spirit of authority will be repressed. Because I am more than simply your God in heaven, I will destroy the spirit of falsehoods. I am this planet's defender. Be vigilant for patterns. What do you have an excessive yearning for? Who becomes upset when you deny an offer? Who needs rapid access to your bank account, residence, or plans? Who is it that causes you to feel guilty every time you attempt to safeguard yourself? That's not affection. That is not a member of our family. That's a domineering ghost who appears to be concerned. I am granting you the ability to perceive and the fortitude to express yourself. You will not keep mute while your blessing is withdrawn. You are inching closer to your breakthrough than you realize. This message is not only meant to secure your safety, but also to prepare you. Once this information is given, I will restore what has been lost. The stuff they tried to steal will be returned to them. I will deliver an abundance of supplies to the locations where theft occurred. Nevertheless, I want you to follow my instructions. Please remember this. Don't overlook it. It is not intended to instill dread in you. It serves as an alarm. I am too loyal to you to let you go blind. If you have confidence in my capacity to protect your possessions, please indicate 222. You've been under a lot of stress because the devil predicted your positive outcomes. He attempted to prevent it by placing individuals in your vicinity. However, he did not expect you to continue to pray, believe, and wait for me. That was the obstacle to the enemy's victory. Your belief in me, your feelings, and your trust. As a result, I'm taking action right now. I'll stop the hands that plunder you. I will demonstrate to those who have been fabricating information regarding your name. I will foil any scheme to harm you. I choose you. You aren't vulnerable. You are not incompetent. You are really difficult to deceive. You are splashed with my blood. Angels keep track of your well-being. My consent has ensured your safety. There is no weapon that can cause you harm. Thieves are incapable of tricking me. I tell you that no one will be able to violate my vow. I have never and will not desert you. Thank you for reading this through weeping. If you are wondering whether I am genuinely chatting with you, the answer is yes. Please acknowledge this as proof. This is your opportunity. This is the light you couldn't explain in the darkness. You're not insane. You're not insane. You are not fabricating information. Despite the adversary's attempts to confuse you, I will now clarify the situation for you. Items that were confiscated will be returned. Items that were confiscated will be restored. Items that were defective will be rectified. However, it is critical that you remain alert. Your attention must be focused on this matter. You are responsible to protect the objects I have given you because they are sacred and you are my own. If you genuinely believe that this video is intended for you, please click the like button. This way, it can be transmitted to a larger number of people who need it. You have a clear knowledge of the steps that must be taken. This is the reason the assault originated from your residence. That is why it is not a stranger. That is why it is family. Because the adversary was unable to break you on the outside, he unleashed turmoil from within. They grabbed your hands as you extended them to offer assistance. They exploited the trust you had placed in them to gain entry. However, I observed everything, and only allowed it to continue for a short time in order to reveal their actual character. I occasionally allow the disguise to remain in place until the opportune time. It will offer you with complete protection till the time comes when it is removed. The moment has arrived. Remove your covers. Refrain from providing justifications. Please do not delay any longer. I am going to reveal their genuine selves to you and resolve the matter independently. To indicate your belief that God is advocating for you, say the number 333. The reality shouldn't surprise you. Don't be surprised if those you defended begin to withdraw. That is not a form of condemnation. This is a message. This means eliminating bad people from your life so that they do not drain you. I am not merely informing you of this to alleviate your distress. I'm doing it to help you recuperate from your protracted crying. I'm ending this season because of the huge amount of misery you've faced. I saw you donate when you were very low on dollars. I noticed how kind you were toward people who did not always reciprocate. Behind closed doors, I saw your heart crumble. I've thoroughly documented every rip. I was interested in your tranquility, while they were interested in your money. I am currently distributing tranquility. I will restore your tranquility. I am restoring your self-assurance. When you know you're safe with me, you have more courage. There is no need for concern regarding this matter. You no longer need to conjecture about who is actually on your side. I'll demonstrate. I will ensure that there are no ambiguities. This battle does not necessitate the use of individuals. Keep your rage in check. Swearing at them at this point is improper. It is not the appropriate time to express anger at this time. It is now imperative to exercise prudence, maintain composure, and investigate the potential of the Lord to rescue you. I am going to do something that no lawyer, debate, or retaliation could ever do. I will restore the items that were removed. However, I will defend your essence. I emphasize your well-being over your finances. I am concerned about the state of your spirit. It is agonizing, and I understand this. Betrayal is an inevitable occurrence. However, this anguish provides us with fortitude. Your emotions express the reality. Things become clear after a sad event. I am currently conversing with you in order to prepare you for the subsequent phase of your journey. One in which there are no longer any concealed hazards in your vicinity, but rather individuals whom I have dispatched. This suffering is not a form of retribution. It's prepping you. Furthermore, those who imagined they could seize your destiny have simply helped you uncover your true purpose. If you believe God is improving your situation, please enter 555. You should not beg for the stuff I offered. There is no reason for individuals to quarrel over table leftovers. I did not instruct you to sit at the table. You are the monarch. You're mine. You bore no remorse when I clothed you. I told you to stand up, not withdraw. In order to preserve tranquility, you have maintained your silence. However, I am giving you the courage to speak the truth, establish boundaries, and decline without fear, as you have been selected, and those who have been selected do not yield to manipulation. They tried to keep your obedience through regret, family history, and obligations. However, I have severed all of your spiritual connections. You have been liberated, and those who previously profited from your reluctance will be agitated. Allow it to happen. Permit them to converse. Allow them to modify your identity. I will advocate for you. I will remove your identify. Individuals who previously disparaged you will now witness your accomplishments. I set up a table for you in the presence of your adversaries, not following their departure. They will not make physical contact. Instead, they will observe. This pertains to considerably more than that. Today's focus is not solely on money. It pertains to your legacy. It refers to my aspirations for you. Your obedience will have a long-term influence. Your family will be blessed with great riches. This is the reason the adversary pursued it at this time, prior to its dissemination, expansion, and assistance to others. However, he arrived late because you understood, observed, and comprehended the scenario. What has been revealed cannot be concealed again. You will begin to experience an improvement in your condition within a few days. That's not an error. That is the significant load that is departing. I'm stopping bad impulses from accessing your consciousness. This is why your inner understanding is becoming more evident. It will become apparent what was causing you difficulty. What once caused you distress will no longer be able to do so. What I demonstrate is not the only issue. I am liberating you from it totally and completely. You will no longer have to be concerned about the actions of others that are occurring behind your back. The door is closed. You may feel a sense of loss, but you are actually receiving much more. You are developing increased clarity, fortitude, safety, and knowledge. I am becoming yours, and nothing genuinely meaningful ever leaves me. I am God, and I am responsible for resolving issues. I am God, and I will protect you. You are not permitted to converse with lions because I am the God who came before you. I am dedicated to my previous statements about your future. I continue to own the graphics I created for you. I have regularly kept track of your activities. Not while you were alone. Not when a person made a mistake. It was unjust when individuals exploited you. I was present. I was monitoring your welfare. I was prepared to tell you the truth as soon as your heart was ready. It is now that time, so please listen. You're not left to your own devices. We have not forgotten about you, and I will use the intentions of those who tried to harm you to your advantage. Is it feasible that your incapacity to pay your expenses is related to your cognitive abilities? The answer has been affirmatively stated by scientists. This is why I am spotlighting the most gloomy areas. As a result of this, I am currently cleaning my home. That is why I am contacting you in an effort to clarify my intentions and advance toward your objective. Afterward, you will emerge more powerful, intelligent, secure, and sanctified, and no one will be able to take away the gifts I have freely bestowed upon you. His attack is concealed by individuals in your vicinity, which exacerbates its severity. In this case, the attack was carried out by 2 members of your own family. It is not owing to any wrongdoing on your side, but rather to your high admiration for something. The enemy is also enraged by the fact that honest individuals, such as yourself, maintain their possessions that God has bestowed upon them. They believed they were intelligent. They had not anticipated that you would discover the information. However, I understand what you do not. They did not simply take what was yours. They sought to seize a sacred object that I had given you as a symbol of appreciation for your diligent efforts. I was devising a holy move that could not be undone, as they chuckled behind closed doors, in addition to a response. You'll see for yourself how I recover what was stolen. You will see how I attain justice in ways that others cannot. If you feel God is already taking the right course of action for you, please enter 122. I have an inquiry for you. Since when do you believe that the adversary has been exerting such effort to prevent you from concentrating? What is the cause of your excessive exhaustion, unhappiness, and worry in places where you used to feel calm? This is not an accident. It's a methodical assault. His objective was to exhaust you to the extent that you were unable to resist. However, I must tell you the truth. You were not forced to lie down and surrender the gift I had bestowed upon you. I compelled you to stand. You were given the fortitude to succeed. Indeed, I am fortifying you in spite of their efforts to undermine you. Individuals listening to this are experiencing significant chest ache as well as abdominal constriction. It is not dread. This is a revelation. That sounds like your essence is awakening. That is my way of alerting you about the emotions you have previously felt in secret. I have previously communicated with you in a more subtle manner. However, I am now disclosing the information to you directly. You are not fabricating information. This is a spiritual conflict, and I am protecting you from God. I did not miss any facts. No stolen thing, discussion, or plan has been disguised, and all items hidden will be revealed. The transition has already begun. I'm defying their intentions. I am causing the enemy's garrison to become perplexed. Individuals that sought to undermine your trust will eventually succumb to the trap they have set. I will protect you. I am your refuge. In addition, I am resolute in my efforts to protect my children. In the coming days and weeks, the situation will become clearer. There is no need for alarm. You should not be motivated to act by fear. This is part of my job obligations. I am currently demonstrating what I promised. This is the right time for me to take action. It's not the prior year or the next month. It is now as you commence a new season. One in which I enhance the gift I have bestowed upon you. However, That multiplication is impossible provided that the incorrect individuals continue to have access to you. The harvest will be damaged if I let it grow while they are still present. I am ending our relationship not to damage you, but to fulfill our commitment. I am convinced that no one will disturb the arrangements I have made for you. If you believe God is ensuring your safety during the upcoming season, please enter the number 777. Pay close attention. You are not obligated to make any comments. It is needless to encourage others to be kind to you. That period has concluded. While you were a member of those groups, your value was ignored, your generosity was exploited, and your worth was questioned. You aren't vulnerable. You've been selected. My name protects you, and no one can reverse it. It is critical that you contemplate the danger of losing everything in case you leave. Nonetheless, be cautious. I am about to provide you with an amount that is not even remotely comparable to what you are currently losing. The things you give up in obedience will be replaced by abundance, and the peace I am about to bestow will cause you to reconsider your decision to stay in close proximity to certain people for an extended term. This season, the emphasis is not on physical exercise. The goal is to increase one's spiritual consciousness. It requires projecting confidence when walking. It pertains to safeguarding the items I provided you with without expressing regret. You were contacted by someone. You've been identified. Naturally, this requires accountability, but it also provides divine protection. This implies that I will safeguard your reputation in the event that someone attempts to damage it. When they attempt to seize your money, I provide them with what they need in unexpected ways. No one can close the doors I open when they attempt to halt your good fortune. I am not inhibited by their greed. I am not bound to follow their schemes. I shall fulfill my commitments throughout your life. When the matter is resolved, you will notice that this was my identity. I had to relinquish certain items. Some people have to fall in order for you to ascend without being obstructed. It was not intended that you bring everyone with you. There are individuals who were intended to be in your presence for a brief period. What I provided you with was never intended for specific individuals. You will be grateful that I attended to those who have left. It will be readily obvious. I acted with kindness. You will excel as a result of this, not merely surviving it. Items that were confiscated will be returned. However, your recovery will leave you more clever, robust, and whole. It will transform you into a person who can only be seen through suffering. The genuine restitution begins at that point. It is not only the financial side that is important. It's my presence, peace, and safety. There is no need to be concerned because no attempt to harm you will succeed. Nobody only observes you, they protect you. You have been summoned, but you are also prepared. The future that awaiting you will outweigh the loss you have experienced. I am God, and I never initiate a task that I fail to complete. He tried to stop me from continuing, but I was in your company the entire time. It was unavoidable, and I explained to them how far it could go. I was the one who held your heart when it was broken, and now I'll mend it. They assumed they were in command, but I am always in charge. This isn't the conclusion. It marks the start of a tremendous advancement that people will be grateful for in the future. You did not simply endure the narrative. They were unaware that your survival had set them up to be discovered. The people who tried to steal your property will now be known to everyone. Not by your acts, but by my own. You can be certain that I am conveying the correct meaning when I relocate. When I seek the truth, it appears. Enter the number 999 to commit to the truth that God is revealing.
I would like you to understand this. They did not cause you to break with the amount of money they took. It seemed as though it could, but it did not.
The difficulty stemmed from more than just the loss. It dawned on you that the people you thought were on your side were never actually present. That is exceedingly unpleasant. Yet, I purposefully inflicted it on you. I merely presented you with the truth. I was demonstrating how to increase your capacity to hear me. I was distinguishing between genuine and counterfeit products. The only individuals who are genuinely faithful are able to follow me to the next destination. The antagonist intended to provoke you into rage. He wished for you to feel angry. He desired for you to fortify your heart in order to prevent you from receiving his blessings once more. However, you didn't. You continued to select me. Nonetheless, you returned to worshiping. You continued to raise your hands as a sign of submission. As a result, I now respect you. This is why I am present to provide you with more than you previously had, in addition to preventing the larceny. It is now time to reassemble the items. You are being compensated in ways that are beyond their comprehension. You may be feeling isolated right now, as if no one fully understands the depths of your pain. However, I understand the situation. I've been by your side during the entire procedure. I observed that you were compelled to maintain a smile despite the fact that your heart was shattering. I watched your decision to favor the safety of others, even while they were causing you damage. I'm aware that it was painful. However, I am aware that you have consistently expressed faith in me. Your faith will cause great things to happen in your life. I do not merely rectify issues. I, in fact, ascend. I do not simply substitute, rather I supplement it. I will clean whatever they have touched. I will return the objects to their original order. I shall rebuild the artifacts they attempted to destroy so that no one or nothing can disturb them again. Upon the conclusion of this endeavor, you will be more intelligent, more robust, and associated with the appropriate individuals. This time, the people in your neighborhood will not drain you. You will feel better. Type 7hen if you believe God is lifting you beyond all lies and deceptions. I would like to address a matter. I preferred you because I chose you, not because of them. They were never the source, rather I was. I was the reason you did well, not they. I am now going to show them and you that no one can take away what I have provided. There is no conspiracy, lie, or betrayal that can undermine my control over your existence. I prepared the blessing prior to the battle and safeguarded it throughout the tempest. The money they intended to steal was linked to more than simply your wallet. It was relevant to your mission or vocation, which was the work you were doing to help others. The enemy attempted to impede that. However, I will not allow a small group of self-centered people to destroy the mission I have given on you. I am warning any predator that has approached your field. You will receive the exact amount of money you invested, and the harvest will not be delayed. You're about to reach a new level of comprehension. What I'm doing is increasing your knowledge of things. You will never be fooled again. I am cultivating your spirit to comprehend the intentions of others, to perceive beyond the superficial, and to proceed with courage and discernment. Do not tolerate objects that were not meant for your ownership. Immediately cease to tolerate conduct that causes you distress. To align with me, everything that is not in alignment will be removed. There is no reason to be concerned about the subsequent events. That is my occupation. You are responsible for maintaining an intimate relationship with me. Avoid letting your emotions become polluted. Persist in your prayers. Avoid physical altercation. I shall conclude. I am going to open new doors. Resources will be transferred. I will regain your trust. I will also give you with people who will love you unconditionally and without hidden motivations. Your future will be unaffected by this betrayal. I shall by my grace. Some of you have been apprehensive about confronting the situation. You didn't say anything since you didn't want the situation to get worse. There is no longer any alternative but to remain silent. I'm supplying you with the essential knowledge and language. And when I say speak, I mean it. Please keep silent when I direct you to do so. Allow me to guide you. I am giving you directions, not removing you. You are interested in understanding the reason for the extended duration of the situation. However, child, I was protecting your blessing by informing them of their activities. If I had terminated prematurely, you would have been unaware of their genuine identities. However, now that you've noticed, and your spirit is aware of the truth, I have the potential to perform a complete turnaround. In addition, I shall act quickly, immediately, and totally. I do not delay the actions that are intended for the individuals I select. You are no longer compelled to feel remorse. The broken items are those that require repair. It is not within your power to heal their spirits. It is unnecessary for you to transport that item. You are being told to go ahead, save what you can, and trust me with the rest. All of the difficult tasks will fall under my responsibility. I will ensure that the correction is made. It will not occur again. It will not occur again. You will not be ensnared in emotional illusions that appear to be loyalties. I am currently in the process of removing all of the negative links. Freedom is yours, and heaven will protect it. The agony will pass, but the strength it offers and the upcoming great improvements will last. Monitor my progress in resolving this issue. Observe how I make something aesthetically attractive out of something that was meant to harm you. Examine how I demonstrated that you were never alone. It is unacceptable for you to silently destroy the items I provide you with. You wept. You have been inquisitive. You have been silent for an excessive amount of time. I, the Lord your God, am now in command. You are not necessary to fight for your assets since I have already declared them to be secure. It is unnecessary for you to uncover anyone because I have already revealed the truth. I am removing the layers. I'm going to clarify the situation for you. The situation will gradually become more comprehensible without your intervention. It is impossible. That's my forearm. That is how my judgment and generosity operate. They will know that my support for your life was never based on their opinions. If you believe that God is already assisting you, you should type Huen Fin Hue Fin. I'd like to address the emotional suffering you're experiencing right now. I understand that it is personal, as it was a personal event. You never expected them to betray you, as they were your peers and family. That is why I told you not to have faith in individuals. People are capable of simultaneously smiling and formulating plans. They may refer to you as family, but they still plan to weaken your sanction. I'm not telling you this to provoke you. I am informing you in order to prevent individuals from entering who are solely interested in exploiting your benediction and failing to ensure its security. A new chapter is on the way, and it will be very different from the previous one. You will not be assaulted again. Being fooled will not lead you to crumble. The fear will not remain in its current state. I am sterilizing your existence. It's time for heavenly order. The areas they have touched are improving. The respect they sought to coerce is being returned to them. They thought your heart was frail. Nonetheless, your heart attracted me. I will respect your kindness, even if you had every right to be unkind. My God, why does this keep happening to me? You have made a million questions about me. When did the individuals I cherish the most cause me harm? I'll now react to your inquiry. This is due to the importance of your essence. The call on your existence is significant. They couldn't understand the objects you were carrying, so instead of ensuring their safety, they tried to withhold them. However, I am not the one accountable. Grace, compassion, and freedom can do this. And my spirit is free, not controlled, remorseful, or confused. You were intended to accomplish more than this. Unfortunately, this is the source of your current mental turmoil. This is why you felt an increased push from the spirit world. I've been advising you to improve your performance, rise above the chaos, and avoid activities that make you feel gloomy and lethargic. You're no longer trapped in such behaviors. You are not bound by the past. I am breaking the bonds that have slowed your progress. I am removing those who were obstructing the advancement of your forthcoming season. It will be painful, but it will also liberate you. Type seen when seen if you are willing to wander freely and safely under God's protection. Avoid wasting your time trying to explain your heart to people who are already oblivious of it. Allow them to communicate. They have the ability to alter the narrative. I will inform you of the truth in a way that will better protect you than any statement you could make. The truth about you will be more convincing than their lies. Your tranquility will prove that you are correct. Your life will demonstrate that you are a servant of a God who never abandons his offspring. Please pay close attention to my words. Avoid self-blame. Stop thinking about the potential changes you could have made and go on with your life. You distributed with affection. Your assistance was well intended. Your confidence came from a real heart. That is not indicative of weakness. That is the definition of fortitude. You were never in error. They were being guided by the Spirit, which is now widely recognized. The incantation is no longer operational. There is no longer any ambiguity. You can now see well. You have now gained the insight to depart. I am in the process of delivering the necessary persons to you. Individuals who will replenish you rather than deplete you. Individuals who are worried about the contents of your heart and the items you own. Individuals who will protect the resources I've supplied you with. You are surrounded by buyers. I'd like to send the givers at this time. You understand the experience of being duped. You are now aware of the feeling of being valued, nurtured, and admired. You are currently embarking on a new season. I am not simply returning the goods they stole. I'm replacing it with an upgraded version. For every dollar lost, I will give you a cause to keep living. I will present the truth for any lie that is spread. I will bring you joy in the morning for each night that you wept in solitude. They will watch you advance, not out of a sense of superiority, but because you have a plan to keep the peace, rather than pursue revenge. For the simple reason that this is the method by which I assist my children. Now is not the time to hide in truth, fortitude, or grace. Silence is not suitable at this point. Kindly elevate your voice. I am improving your quality of life. I'm in the process of establishing your procedures. You will demonstrate courage as you move forward. Smart statements will be made by you. You will lead a fulfilling life. And no scheme, betrayal, or financial attack will be able to stop what I've stated about you. Not at this time. Never. That's me, your God, intervening to rectify the situation. I'm eradicating any signs of dishonesty. I'm removing all things in your environment that have tried to undermine you. You gave up your personal convenience in order to keep order. However, it is critical that you listen to this information correctly. In no way did I request that you assume responsibility for the actions of others that caused you harm. You were not responsible for that. Trusting wasn't a mistake. Giving didn't cause you to fail. You didn't falter because you believed in others. You showed your affection for me by following me on my walk. I'm now displaying my respect by reducing the burden they left behind. Press, amen, to allow God to carry what you were never intended to carry. They had not anticipated that you would discover the information. They were confident that their actions would remain undisclosed. Nonetheless, I can view everything. I do not live in the heavens. I will not remain silent during your disasters. I was present, even though you did not notice me. I was there to keep you safe, even when you felt vulnerable. I spoke despite the fact that the noise in front of you was difficult to hear. I am going to inform you of a fact that I have always known. Your heart is prepared. You were not designed to be utilized. It was not intended for people to walk over you, deplete you, and trash you. I made you for a special reason. I treated you nicely before anyone ever called you by name. Additionally, I refrained from fleeing when they were unkind to you. I remained. I got you covered. I advocated for you. I anticipated this moment to liberate you, not to harm their character. For all that was gradually being eroded, such as your money, your peace of mind, your contentment, and your trust. Do not be surprised if long-closed doors begin to open. That is me clearing a way that the adversary had attempted to block. I am returning the money that was delayed, as they did not simply take it. They attempted to take your advancement. However, I'm returning it. This time it won't be slow. It will arrive promptly. You will start to receive favor in unexpected places. It is hard to avoid the excellent things that will come your way, even in unexpected places. It can only be postponed. There is no longer any time to delay. Type 111. If you believe that waiting is causing you to have a horrible day, there will be no doubt about my working approach in the future. It was not solely the uncertainties that others harbored regarding you. You began to mistrust yourself as well. You considered the chance that you were mistaken. It is possible that your response was excessive. It is possible that you were at fault. However, that fiction is currently being removed from your possession. You were correct in your assessment of the changes that had occurred. It was not entirely your imagination. You could feel it in your spirit as I was telling you about it. These sentiments did not indicate anxiety. It was spiritual comprehension. The restlessness was not a sign of bewilderment. My spirit was the motivating force. You were aware that something was wrong. You now understand the reasoning. I make sure that my children do not get blindness. I always provide you with the minimum amount of information necessary to ensure your safety. You were aware of the symptoms. Throughout, you stayed at my side. I am now going to incentivize your obedience. It is not as if these people merely crossed your way. They made a mistake in respect to me. I am responsible for my own well-being. I am able to recognize when an activity is unjust. I'm not immune to pain. What was taken from you will not remain in the possession of the incorrect individuals. They have the option to alter their behavior or not. However, an apology does not imply forgiveness. I am willing to forgive them because I am neutral, not because they have finally admitted their mistake. I'll return the goods you lost to you because I'm your father, not because they claimed responsibility. You have matured at this difficult time. You can now hear me better. You are increasingly cognizant of the individuals who deplete you and those who nourish you. Individuals that cheer you on when you succeed but don't say anything when you win. This understanding will keep you secure in the years ahead. You will not be required to apologize because you are aware of the truth. You will no longer feel remorse for setting boundaries. You will no longer question the indications I present. You are not angry. Judging is an area in which you excel. You are not the only individual. You are not needed to handle this situation individually. I'm present for all of your discussions, decisions, and transformations. 2 steps in front of you, 2 steps behind you. I am in the process of making arrangements. Distractions are being eliminated. Individuals who were once capable of denigrating you are now unable to do so. There is no need for you to defend yourself, as I have already won. Certain relationships may conclude. Over time, certain connections may become less robust. However, please do not be discouraged by the items that I remove. I never buy something without justification. Additionally, I never extract without meaning to increase the quantity. Although your circle may decrease, the harm you inflict will become more severe. It may grow more constrictive, but you will have a better sense of your destination. You will no longer tolerate situations that you previously rationalized. You will no longer be with a person. You understand that peace is currently more important than having intimate relationships with specific people. I'm now engaged in the following activities. I am a source of peace for you. Not only in your mind, but also in your house, your finances, and your character. Stop being so stressed out. You will no longer awaken in survival mode. You no longer have to make assumptions about who is on your side versus who is against you. I will ensure that the matter is understood. I will let you relax. I will soothe your spirit, and indeed, the blessing will arrive. Beyond that, you will be restored to a condition of equilibrium, as the gift I offer is more than just cash. It embodies power, clarity, individuality, and healing. Furthermore, you are currently traveling the entire thing. The truth has been exposed, and you are no longer constrained by any limitations. The person who possesses the constellations will protect your future. Yet I was able to perceive their souls despite your inability to do so. I am currently concluding the silence. I am assuming your position with both ease and fortitude. Your story does not end at this moment. The leaf is turned at this point. At this point, modifications begin. Not with your hands, but with mine. You will not have to plead. You will not be obligated to pursue. Nobody will be obligated to assist. I will make sure that it happens. Let me clarify the situation. I will follow the ethically correct path of conduct. All of this was witnessed by me. This is why they felt they could get away with it. They were unaware that you were protected. They were unaware that when an individual anoints you, they also provide you with protection. Type 22. Despite the fact that your heart was pounding and yelling for release, you maintained your silence. You endeavored to assist others. You give them the opportunity to develop. You prayed that they would reconsider their position. Unfortunately, they dug deeper into their lie. That was the moment I spoke out and said, "Enough." Even if you haven't noticed it yet, the transformation has already begun. Buried objects are emerging. Things that were previously concealed are now emerging. They wrongly said you were insane. They endeavored to persuade you to query your knowledge, but you were unequivocal. You were aware of the appropriate course of action. Paranoia was missing. This was the Holy Spirit's gentle prodding, providing you with the necessary information and preparing your heart for the truth. As a result, you are now able to see clearly. You understand the problem at this time. You are not angry. You are conscious. You are not harmed, caretaker. I allowed the suffering to occur, but now I'm guiding it to heal. You were not swept away by the storm. There were wolves in sheep's clothing all around you, but they did not rend you apart. For what reason? I installed a firewall to safeguard you. I entrusted you to guardians. I didn't only assure your safety, I ensured the safety of your psyche. I kept your cool, even as your ideas became more wild. I kept track of your pulse even when you weren't feeling anything. That is the extent of my affection for you.